no sabe por dónde comenzar, es primer comprador, perdió su casa en foreclosure, la vendió en short sale, hizo bancarrota, llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 y sin costo alguno, permita que le explique por cuánto califica, cuál sería el programa de financiamiento, cuál su tasa de interés y adicionalmente cuánto dinero necesitaría para cubrir el costo de cada uno de los pasos y gastos involucrados en la compra de su casa. Aproveche las excelentes tasas de interés si quiere refinanciar. Llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 para hacer su cita. Revisamos su reporte de crédito sin costo y le recomendamos los pasos a seguir para reparar o comenzar su crédito. Y recuerde, si quiere hacer su cita, llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856. José Manuel Arango con un mundo de posibilidades en préstamos y refinanciamiento. ¿Está usted pensando en comprar su casa pero no sabe por dónde comenzar? ¿Es primer comprador? ¿Perdió su casa en foreclosure? ¿La vendió en short sale? ¿Hizo bancarrota? Llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 y sin costo alguno, permita que le explique por cuánto califica, cuál sería el programa de financiamiento, cuál su tasa de interés y adicionalmente cuánto dinero necesitaría para cubrir el costo de cada uno de los pasos y gastos involucrados en la compra de su casa. Aproveche las excelentes tasas de interés si quiere refinanciar. Llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 para hacer su cita. Revisamos su reporte de crédito sin costo y le recomendamos los pasos a seguir para reparar o comenzar su crédito. Y recuerde, si quiere hacer su cita, llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856. Amigos, muy buenos días. ¿Cómo están ustedes? Aquí, como todos los viernes, a las 11:20 de la mañana casi, saliendo al aire. Son las 11:18. Hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial, una persona que está muy conectada con la comunidad de Rivier, un invitado que es candidato al large para el Consejo de Rivier, y que lo he querido invitar para que exponga sus plataforma de propuestas para, obviamente, que lo apoyemos en las próximas votaciones de septiembre 19, que serían la votación primaria, lo que llaman las primarias, donde vamos a escoger candidatos que van a correr para el Consejo de Rivier en los próximos 4 años. Entonces, queremos invitar a Alex Ramildi, que es Alex Ralimi, y es una persona que ha vivido muchos años en Rivier, y pues digamos que ha crecido dentro de la comunidad de Rivier, y eventualmente pues compró su casa aquí en Rivier y vive con su familia, está criando sus hijos participan o asisten a las escuelas públicas de Rivier, y pues su esposa lo acompaña en el proceso de crecimiento de sus hijos, y él es un miembro activo de la comunidad marroquí, reside en la ciudad de Rivier. Estamos esperando ahora que don Manino Velázquez nos dé la entrada a la radio para poder saludar a don Alex, que ya lo tengo esperando a dar la entrada oficial aquí a la transmisión. Espero que me tenga I want a minute, Alex. I need to introduce the radio first of all, and then we can discuss, or we can to start the interview with you, okay? Ok, amigos, ya Alex está preparado. Estamos esperando que don Marino Velázquez entre a jugar con nosotros en la radio y nos permita conectarnos con la radio, y de esta manera podemos hacer la entrevista con Alex Ralimi, que es un viejo conocido mío desde hace muchos años, hombre empresario aquí en la comunidad de Rivier, emprendedor, tiene su propia fundación. Ya tenemos a don Marino con nosotros, vamos a agregarlo en la transmisión. Don Marino Velázquez, ¿cómo está usted?
¿Cómo le va? Buenos días.
¿Cómo le ha ido?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios. Estamos aquí
bueno.
teniendo un pequeño problema con la comunicación online, la página online, pero ya está Juan y Santiago funcionando, trabajando. Así que no hay ningún problema.
Sí, como diría mi
Estamos fuera
mamá.
del aire online, pero estamos
qué
en la
falla.
emisora normal de Radio Internacional. No importa, eso pasa. Eso.
Sí, sí.
Bueno, señor, ¿cómo estamos?
Tengo un invitado muy especial. Tengo a
Señor,
don Alex
vamos.
Ralimi, lo aquí en la presentación. Él es un candidato para el Consejo at Large de la ciudad de Rivier y quiero darle la bienvenida para que todos los oyentes de Deportes y Más en el programa de don Marino Velázquez conozcan de su propuesta. Él habla inglés, algo de español. Alex, how are you? Good morning.
Hola gente, mis latinos, mis amigos y mis amigas. Yo hablo español un poquito, no muy bien, but I love to practice more. But I do understand. Yo entiendo muy bien español, but I should practice more, I think. And I think next 2 years, once I get elected, I think I should be fluent.
Yeah, that happens when we try to understand one or to speak a different language, because the most difficult is to speak in a different language. You can understand the language, but it's difficult to speak. Try to speak
to converse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, and thank you so much, Jose, and thank you, Marino, for inviting me today. I'm so excited to converse and talk, and I'm very grateful to be in your channel today.
Ok, Alex, voy a hacer la pregunta en español y la voy a traducir posteriormente. Where are you from, Alex? ¿De dónde es usted?
Yeah, I'm from Morocco originally. I was born in Morocco, but grew up in the state. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. I immigrated when I was 17 years old, and I was single, very young kid, and I settled right here in Revere, Massachusetts.
All the time.
I always wanted to be closer to the beach.
Oh, okay. You love the beach. Ok, dice él que... Pues,
exactly, as you know, Morocco is the ocean.
Alex dice que él nació en Marruecos y emigró cuando tenía 17 años, soltero, muy joven, que siempre ha vivido en el estado y que pues está localizado aquí en Rivière desde hace muchos años y que vive cerca de la playa. ¿Te gusta la playa como todos los marroquíes? Okay, you assist to the college in Massachusetts, Alex.
Yes, I went to BU. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in criminal justice. Then after criminal justice, I did a master's degree. Then I went to law school and I have fun with it. So I did legal studies. I'm also certified in law enforcement. I did many things, as you know, my background in the criminal justice field. I'm always love to serve the community, and that's how I have degrees in criminal justice, but somehow I switched to financial services. As you know, I founded the company.
Yeah, I know very well you are in financial services now. Why you leave the law career? What happened?
What you said? Why I left the criminal justice?
No, the law school. What happened with the law school?
It's not I left law school. I'm still helping the community in terms of no-profit organization. I still do some immigration law with the community on a pro bono basis. I always help. I just felt if I become a lawyer, I will not charge my fees. I just love to help. And as you know, a lawyer's time, how they make money is by time, and I think I'm too kind. I'm always trying to help the community. I said to my wife, I think I'll just switch careers, and but I'm still helping in the legal field if somebody get in the community got problem with the law enforcement or something, I always get involved. I always try to find people what's the issue and read the criminal report or whatever. So I always help in the background though.
Talking immigration people, we have a lot of immigrants here in Riviera now from different countries. What is exactly the most important steps or points in your campaign in way to help immigrants when you are going to be a counselor at large in Riviera?
Yeah, like I said, I belong to a few non-profit organizations, one in Revere, one in the United States. I get elected as president of the Moroccan American Congress in the U.S.
That's a very
By
important organization around the world.
Yes, it's all around the US. So they elect me to be president about 2, 3 years ago. But I'm always helping in terms of immigration, like filling paperwork or consulting. I don't go to court, but because I always tell them hire an attorney in that state. Um, but I'm always giving them consultation are free. If somebody call me or need maybe some paperwork to be done locally, if it's in Revere or Boston, close by. But if something outside the state, like for example, I'm helping a lady since 2017 or 2018 getting her paper, green card and passport and employment card in New York City. She's in upstate New York, but that's how I try to help just
That
remotely.
means you all the time has been you have been involved with the community every single time in order to try to help your people, immigrants, in order to reach the papeles, in order to reach the papeles, you know.
See, yes, yes,
Yeah,
sí, sí.
it's very important to get the papeles in United States in order to be legal, to be authorized to work in this country, and you help people a lot. Okay, talking about your most important points in your program in order to be a counselor at large in Revere, uh, how what do you want to say about it?
Well, first of all, Revere is very diverse, as you know, for the last 10, 15 years. It's got so diverse. We have a lot of Arabic community, a lot of Latinos. I met a lot of Colombianos, a lot of people from Honduras, from Guatemala, a lot of people from El Salvador. So I think the city council don't represent the community that they serve. So we need someone as elected official to be diverse that can speak on behalf of these communities. And I'm so happy that actually there's another candidate, Colombian Juan Jaramillo, which is will be your guest probably next week or so. That we can get some diversity in the council. As you know, Revere is growing. There's a lot of people moving into Revere. People come from outside and they try to settle to Revere because it's so diverse, and you can eat actually all kind of food. If you go anywhere in Revere, you can get Colombian food, you can get Moroccan food, you can get. So I'm so happy to be in the community.
Ok, Alex, en septiembre 19, en 19 de septiembre, todos los ciudadanos que estamos registrados para votar, podemos ir a las urnas para elegir, votar hasta por 5 concejales de todos los candidatos que hay disponibles para votar. Uno de ellos tiene que ser Alex Ralimi.
Ralimi.
Tenemos que votar por Alex Ralimi, que representa a la comunidad inmigrante en la ciudad de Rivier. La próxima semana vamos a tener otro invitado que es colombiano, Juan Pablo Jaramillo. Lo vamos a invitar también para que él nos cuente un poco sobre su historia. Por ahora quiero invitar a todos los oyentes de Deportes y Más que escuchen a Alex Ralimi en los próximos días, lo sigan. Tiene sus redes sociales, tiene su página. Alex, what is your webpage now?
My webpage is ralimiforrevere.org.
Ok, perfecto. Es ralimiforrevere.org. Es una página obviamente oficial para el tema de las elecciones ahorita a partir de septiembre 2019, y esperamos que Alex sea uno de los elegidos para ir a noviembre a las de finals.
Yes, and also, by the way, from the page, I highly encourage all the communities, especially the communities that just get their passport this year. They can register to vote. This is a very important election coming up, especially I myself and Juan Jaramillo from Colombia running for council at large. We want the community to be involved. We want the community to voice their voice, because if they don't voice their voice, they're going to be muted. They cannot talk later after election and say, oh, okay, we
Okay.
need this, we need that. So make sure we have the
Están
registration for
invitando a
all people.
todos a que votemos por él y por Juan Jaramillo, que representan a la comunidad y que pues ellos van a ser la voz de nosotros en el consejo de la ciudad, y pues si no votamos por ellos, prácticamente los inmigrantes estamos sin una voz en la ciudad de Riviera. Alex, nos vamos a despedir de los oyentes de Deportes y Más. Nos quedamos, we can stay some minutes after this bye to Mr. Marino Velázquez. We need to say thank you for this invitation to accept this conversation to the radio, to his program, Deportes y Más. Gracias, Marino, muchas gracias por recibirnos en su programa hoy, hablando un poquito de política local.
Yeah, Mr. Rameli. Seguro que sí, con mucho gusto. Nice to meet you, Mr. Rameli. Que tengan una buena tarde.
Encantado, encantado.
Okay, Alex, nos quedamos, we are here now alone, you and me.
Sure.
We are in the social networks now. We have 4 different accounts in Facebook and 1 account in YouTube in order to try to finish about this interview with you, in order to know what more about your points, most important points in your campaign. We can talk about public safety. Podemos hablar sobre seguridad pública y sobre seguridad de la comunidad. We have problems in this point, right?
Yeah, public safety is one of the issues, one of my priority issues, and also because my degrees in criminal justice, and I know how community policing should be in Riviera, and one shooting every summer is too many. So we've been having a shooting every single summer. If you remember, last 2-3 years, we always have a shooting on by the beginning of the summer. So I am an advocate for public safety. I love to see more community policing from Revere Police Department. I would love to see more communication from Revere Police Department with the Massachusetts State Police, with transit, to figure out a way how they can be proactive rather than being reactive when a shooting happens. So we should implement strategies in law enforcement to make sure our street, our beach is safe for our community. There is a lot of families actually live close to the beach. They try to walk their kids. They're not gonna do it anymore. I myself knocked the door yesterday, and she said, "Alex, I did not go to the beach this year, and this is why I don't feel safe." She has younger kids, 4 years old and 6 years old. People don't feel safe anymore driving or walking by our beautiful beach. So that's definitely an issue.
Yeah, that's a big issue. The Riviera Beach is in every single summer we have a lot of issues with safety. We have a lot of problems. Sometimes we have people shooting guns. That's not good. Remember, this is the first public beach in the United States, and a
Yes.
lot of visitors coming to this beach in summertime, and we are living here the rest of the year, but we receive a lot of visitors during the summer in order to obviously to enjoy the day of the beach and to enjoy the sun on the beach. But a lot of people coming from different places, different cities in Massachusetts, many coming from different states, maybe, and this maybe sometimes cause a lot of it's like a social bomb, you know.
Yes, yes. So that's why I said we have to be proactive, be vigilant,
Okay.
especially the beginning of the summer. They know that this happens all the time. So I think if it happens all the time, they should figure out a way how they can prevent this.
Yeah, we need to be more proactive in this case, to be prepared during summers. in order to prevent these accidents, if you can say accidents, can happen.
Yes. Yes.
But obviously, this is a public beach, and it's supposed to you can drink liquor on the beach, right?
Yes. Yes.
But
Yes.
that is very. It's impossible to control many people coming with liquor in order to enjoy the beach. You know, when you are under the influence of liquor, sometimes we can start the fighting for any
Yes.
reason. You know,
Yes.
what do you think?
Yes, I agree. I mean, Revere, it's not just an issue of public safety in Revere Beach, but also there is a lot of things going on actually on Broadway. Also, I think 3 weeks ago there were some thugs on motorpads and they actually assault one of the gas stations right on Broadway. It used it, you must seen this 3 weeks ago on YouTube or whatever was on Broadway. So it's not an issue just the public beach, but there's other things that I think we can tackle also in public safety.
Ok, para los amigos que nos están siguiendo en español, Alex Ralini es un candidato para el Consejo at Large de toda la ciudad de Rivier. Ahorita en septiembre 19 tenemos la primera votación, que son digamos, las primarias para este año, donde elegimos hasta 5 candidatos, no podemos votar hasta por 5 candidatos al Consejo. Uno de ellos tiene que ser Alex, por favor. Tengan en cuenta su nombre, Alex Ralini. Él es un inmigrante de Marruecos, llegó a muy temprana edad, a los 17 años, terminó sus estudios aquí en Massachusetts, es graduado de la Universidad en Massachusetts, de what University?
Boston University.
Boston University, estudió justicia criminal, tiene un máster en justicia criminal, y yo sé que hace unos años atrás, 2016, Alex, you tried to run for
Suffolk County Sheriff in 2016.
Okay. Sí, en 2016 trató de correr por ser el sheriff del condado de Suffolk. Obviamente no ganó porque pues estaba compitiendo con un peso pesado.
It's hard.
Exacto, ya. Y pues ahorita queremos acompañarlo, estamos acompañándolo para el tema del consejo. Como concejal de toda la ciudad, se dice en inglés Councilor at Large, donde él va a ser elegido por la comunidad marroquí, la comunidad inmigrante. Muchos colombianos vivimos aquí, muchos salvadoreños que pueden votar. Invito a toda la comunidad inmigrante que vive en Rivier para que en esta votación de septiembre nos unamos y lleguemos a las urnas a votar, porque únicamente votando es que nos escuchan nuestra voz, y eligiendo a Alex podemos tener una voz en el consejo de la ciudad. What we win if you are a councilor at large in Rivier?
What are we gonna win? We're gonna win, I think, big, and we're gonna open a door for diversity in the city government. So far, as you know, for many years, hundreds of years, we never had any diversity in the city council, as you know, not even a mayor. So we need to open up the door. Me and Juan, I think, with the candidate that will open up the door for our kids and other future generation to come after us, right? So this is that's why it's important that I always talk to communities, whether they could be Arabic, Moroccan, Latinos, making sure that everybody registered to vote, by the way, and the registration will be has a deadline, which is September 9th, September 9. We need everybody to register to vote before September 9.
That's very important. Let me try to say in Spanish. Cualquier persona que aún no se haya registrado para votar tiene un límite para hacerlo hasta septiembre 9. How can we do that?
So registration is very easy. I put it actually on my website. On my website, ralimiforrevere.org. If they click on that website, there's a voting tab. Once they click on that voting tab, it's going to take them to the state website. They can register to vote.
Amigos, si ustedes visitan la página de Alex, ralimiforrevere.org, que está apareciendo en pantalla, hay un tag, hay un sitio en su página que permite registrarse. Vamos a revisar aquí la página de Alex, 1 second.
Yes, you can try it. And also, I want to make sure that people know anybody over 18, this is the requirement. Anybody over 18, anybody that's US citizen and live in Revere. So if you see the voting info right there, if you click on voting info, it's right there. You click on it. You see, if you scroll, there's a link right there on the left side. It says the state website. You see it, this link right there. If you click on that state website, it's going to take you right to the state. And then you can register to vote. See how simple? So people don't have even to know this address. They can go to my website and click on voting info right there. They can register to vote as long as they have a mass ID. There's no social security required, only mass ID, and they need to be US citizen and over 18. That's it. That's only requirement.
Obviously, if you are going to, si usted se va a registrar para votar, tiene que ser ciudadano americano, obviamente legalmente ser ciudadano americano para poder votar en la ciudad de Rivier. No pueden votar ni permisos de trabajo, ni personas que son residentes legales con sus green card. Tienen que ser exclusivamente ciudadanos americanos. Si usted se acaba de hacer ciudadano hace un mes, pues todavía está a tiempo de registrarse hasta septiembre 9, right, Alex? September 9?
Yes, September 9th is the deadline because early voting is going to start September 9th. So a lot of people, by the way, they can early vote on September 9th through the 14th at the City Hall. So let's say somebody that does not have the time on a 19, which is the election day, right? Or they traveling to Colombia on a 15 or 16, whatever they want to do. So if they're traveling outside the state, they can actually early vote on a 9th through the 14th. Any day they can. And I think the election department, they list hours.
Is early vote is in person?
In person. Early vote in person.
Ok, si usted tiene que viajar después del 14 de septiembre fuera de la ciudad de Rivier o fuera del país y no puede estar para la votación, entonces Alex nos está indicando que pueden hacer la votación temprana hasta el 14 de septiembre en persona en el City Hall de Rivier, ¿correcto?
Yes, and they can start September 9th all the way through the 14th. I think if they visit the election department website, Rivier election on Google, they can do Google Rivier election. It will say exactly the hours every single day when they open. And I think it's going to be like from 8 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m. on daily basis. So everything actually from the website, like I said, it's very easy. Ralimi for Rivier, click on voting info. People can register to vote online, but voting has to be in person. Or they can fill out the absentee ballot.
Okay, Alice, talking about housing and affordable housing and sustainable housing, we see we have a lot of apartment buildings built in this city during the last years, right?
Yes.
These coming with more issues to the city.
Yes.
Because many of these apartments obviously are living families with kids, and these kids need to go to the school.
Yes.
And what happened? What you propose for this issue we have right now in the city?
So I'm a big fan of development. Look, I love development. I love nice buildings. But we like also sustainable.
That has changed the view of the city.
Yes, look out on Shirley Ave now. We have beautiful building and all that, but I'm more interested on getting affordable apartment to Revere residents, because if we build nice apartment, but the rent is 4,000, that's not affordable for the average person, right? Because as you know, most immigrants they don't make $200,000 a year. They don't make it. Most immigrants they just starting in Riviera, they just starting, like whatever they work in blue collar jobs. So we need to make sure we build affordable housing. We build for the residents. We don't want to build for the outside people that they come to the city, the engineers and all that. So that's why I'm an advocate for Housing, yes, of course, we need housing because we want to make it affordable. Because the more housing we have, that means we have more supply. So the demand will be less, that means more affordability. But if we don't have housing again, what happened to the rent? It's gonna go up. So I like to see control of housing. Yes, we don't want a lot of traffic. Also, housing actually brings taxes to the city, and that's the reason why actually my expertise in finance and budget is gonna help the city. I want to check where the taxes are going. That's why I talk about taxes here, because I want to make sure our city taxes, the property taxes, the income that we get from all these residents, where our taxes are going, because we want to make sure our taxes are lower too as a homeowner. Many homeowners, they suffer from property taxes keep going up, and water bill and sewer going up, if
That's
you want to translate that in Spanish too.
no, ya, está diciendo algo. Puntos más importantes para él, ya que él tiene experiencia en finanzas, es obviamente manejar el tema de los impuestos de propiedad. Y property tax, Alex está proponiendo una reforma a la forma como se está distribuyendo los impuestos de las propiedades, y que esa distribución debería favorecer a los dueños de casas de Riviera. Esa es exactamente la propuesta que él tiene. En lugar de que cada año aumente y aumente y continúe aumentando el impuesto, debería haber una tasa favorable y sostenible para aquellos que son propietarios o que somos propietarios en Riviera, que podamos nosotros pagar de una manera que podamos alcanzar a pagar nuestros impuestos y no tengamos que perder nuestras propiedades por un embargo, digamos, de la ciudad por falta de pago de impuestos a la propiedad. Esto afecta obviamente principalmente a la gente adulta, a la gente ya retirada, que no tiene los ingresos necesarios, que están viviendo de sus pensiones de retiro, y podríamos tener, digamos, una ola de embargos hipotecarios por el City Hall, por la falta de pago de los impuestos. ¿Es correcto, Alex?
Yes, sí, correcto.
Ya, Alex entiende algo de español. Entonces,
Gracias.
I'm talking about the early homeowners. Typically, can be one of the search in order to prevent the high tax property affect this kind of community. You know, the older people.
Yes, I knocked a lot of seniors in Riviera. You know, Riviera has a lot of seniors and their own homes, and even those homes, as you know, free of mortgage, right? Because you do the mortgage. Some people, some folks, they already paid off the mortgage, but they cannot sustain the high property taxes, the high water bill and sewer. And guess what happened to these seniors? They end up leaving Riviera and they try to go outside Riviera, Lynn or Peabody, and downsize because they cannot afford living in Riviera anymore. So we really want to sustain and keep our seniors and our residents live and have good quality of life. And in order to do that, we need to make sure we can control the property taxes. We need to make sure our city has enough taxes from somewhere else, commercial and residential, so our residents cannot be affected, especially our seniors. And that's what I'm mostly concerned.
Yeah. You know how much money is involved in this property tax budget?
Well, you know, the city got changed a lot last 4 5 years 8 years. We keep
Yeah.
building and building and building. I am sure if you see, I mean, I'm not inside now the city council to get exactly how much we get in from these properties, from this residential, but I'm sure there's tremendous amount of money getting into the city. We just want to make sure we allocate uh, these resources to benefit our city resident, especially our seniors that lives on fixed income.
That's perfect. That's perfect. A point in your campaign. Okay, what about education?
Education is very important to me. As you know, I have a 12 years old and I have a 14 years old, two boys. So I'm a younger counselor, That's what missing in the council right now, or the city council. There is a lot of people being a city council, as you know, for too long, and it's time to change the council. Education is very important. I know there is a subject of building new high school. As you know, there's an issue right now of building a new high school. Where and where and where? So I think the council already voted that they want to build the new Revere High School at the current high school right now. But the issue is the cost. On the last city council I've been, they were talking about $500 million budget for the new school, which is, as you know, is way too much. We only got $200 million from the MSBA, which is the state, and 300 million is going to come from the city, which is going to come from the residents, right? Our taxes going to go up, our water bill is going to go up. So we need city council at large that can advocate and actually try to advocate for more funding, either from state and federal. And if you're elected, as you know, I'm very persistent. I'm a financial planner. I'm a negotiator. I'm going to try to find ways where we can get the money without putting a new mortgage on our residents and asking them for more money because we have to build a school. So we need to find ways and build partnership from other organizations that we can get money to build the new high school, because our kids' education is on the line, and I'm trying to advocate for the kids.
Okay, Alice, it's very important to work in the next future with the high school building, right? It's important to know the money is coming in order to finance the construction of the new building.
Very, very important, and that's why we need somebody that understand finance, understand money, understand creative funding for a project like this. This is a massive project, so
Everybody in Reveal knows the new Revere High School buildings is required because we have a lot of kids study high school grades, and the current building is obviously is not possible to receive more students and more students every single year. We need to increase the seats in each school grade in order to receive more students in Revere High School. For that reason, we need to extend the current high school in the same place or to build a new building in a different place.
I'll be honest with you. I like the idea to have a school be built in different place, right? Like the Wonderland, right? Because as you know, Revere is growing, Revere population is growing. So I think the current location should be maybe renovated and be a middle school, and then build a new high school somewhere else because it is growing. Look at those buildings that keep going up every single day. So think about it. These people, these couples, they're gonna have kids. We're not going to be China. We're not going to tell them, hey, don't have kids if you move to Revere. So where these kids are going. So definitely, this is should be one of the top priorities, because if we keep building, because we like building and development, where we need to make sure where those future kids will be, right? We don't want to have 30, 35
The
kids in a
issue is,
class.
the issue is to know where the money is coming to finance this construction, you know?
Exactly. And that's why it's like a puzzle. Yes, you like building, fine, but we need to make sure where those kids will go to school, where they're gonna go. I mean, we're gonna make sure we have a good environment for education, because we cannot cramp 30 kids in one class and have one teacher. It just does not. It's not gonna happen. And we need to compete, by the way, with other districts, right? Look at other
Yeah,
districts, you know.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, if we needs to increase the level to have high rates in education, uh,
Exactly.
we have a paradigm here in order to solve, because we have a lot of immigrant people here, different languages, and obviously our district school department needs to be prepared for this.
Exactly. And Revere is beautiful community. I love Revere. As you know, we're 7 minutes away from downtown Boston. We're 5 minutes away from Logan Airport. Where we have the beautiful beach. I mean, it's well diverse community, and I think we're the strongest community. It's well diverse, and let's take care of our kids. And this is so one of the issues that I always advocate. I've been writing a lot of op-eds in the Revere Journal about schools, about education. How can we make our education system better? How can we take care of our teachers? We need to take care of our teachers because these teachers, they're the one who take care of our kids.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very high job, difficult job to try to put all issues in the same plate in order to solve. Complicated. It's complicated, but obviously we need to work in that way in order to try to do the city the best tools in order to reach the goals as soon as possible. Education, public safety, what else?
Public
Uh,
safety, education, taxes,
po-
fiscal
poli-
responsibility, somebody that can handle the budget.
that includes a fire department, police department, obviously, and we have a lot of resources in order to try to reach these goals. For that reason, we need to vote in September 19 for Alex Ralini.
Thank
He's
you.
our candidate, represent the immigrant people living in Revere.
Todo
Entonces,
Latinos, todo Latinos, todo.
todos los inmigrantes, no importa de dónde vengan, latinos, África, Europa, que vivan en esta ciudad de Rivier, son invitados a votar en septiembre 19 por Alex Ralini, de tal manera que él pueda ser nuestra voz en el Consejo de la ciudad de Rivier. Alex, what else?
I think this is a unique election. As you know, we have 3 open seats, 3 vacancies. So I think there is a big opportunity for me and for Juan Jaramillo from Colombia, which is my dear friend that I truly support. I want to make sure the community know about our candidacy and make sure when they cast their vote, they will put 2 bullets for us. Myself, Alexander Walimi, and Juan Jaramillo. I love to get the community involved, and I'm very transparent. People can actually log into my website. My contact number is there. My mobile is there. People can call me anytime. I will be transparent once I get elected and very accessible to city government. People can call me anytime. So if you go to contact us on the top, and there is a phone number on top that people can reach out to me for the next 2 years once I get elected. It's right there on the top. It says contact us. Yep. And my phone number is listed there. Okay. And my email actually is there too.
Ok, Alex, invitemos a todos entonces a que nos acompañen en septiembre 19 en las urnas, aquellos que están disponibles o están dispuestos a votar, siendo ciudadanos que viven en Rivier, los invitamos a que lleguen a las urnas a votar entre 5 candidatos que se pueden votar. Votemos por Alex Ralini. Él es un representante de la comunidad inmigrante y va a ser nuestra voz en el consejo. Alex, muchas gracias. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I hope this is not the last time. Maybe we can have the chance to have a new interview in the next days before to the elections. I appreciate your time and say hi to your family.
Muchas gracias todos. Muchas gracias, Jose, mi amigo, and I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Les queda en la página de Alex, ralimiforrevere.org. Ahí pueden consultar toda la información que les hemos estado mostrando. Pueden llamarlo a él, ahí aparece el teléfono en pantalla y contactarlo también por correo electrónico. Consulten la página y si no están registrados a votar, en la página de Alex pueden conseguir el enlace con el Departamento de Estado de Massachusetts para poder registrarse como votante y hacerlo antes del 9 de septiembre. Y si quieren hacer una votación temprana, pueden ir hasta el 14 de septiembre a votar en el City Hall, en la oficina obviamente de votación que hay abierta en el City Hall. Lo tienen que hacer en presencia, en persona, y si necesitan viajar después del 14, pues por favor los invitamos a que voten temprano. Thank you, Alex. See you soon. Amigos, gracias. Nos vemos pronto. Nos vemos el viernes 11:20 de la mañana en la emisora 1600 AM con Don Marino Velázquez. Vamos a hacer el enlace con Deportes y más. Nos hablamos. Les dejo mi propaganda. Gracias. José Manuel Arango con un mundo de posibilidades en préstamos y refinanciamiento. ¿Está usted pensando en comprar su casa pero no sabe por dónde comenzar? ¿Es primer comprador? ¿Perdió su casa en foreclosure? ¿La vendió en short sale? ¿Hizo bancarrota? Llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 y sin costo alguno permita que le explique por cuánto califica, cuál sería el programa de financiamiento, cuál su tasa de interés y adicionalmente cuánto dinero necesitaría para cubrir el costo de cada uno de los pasos y gastos involucrados en la compra de su casa. Aproveche las excelentes tasas de interés si quiere refinanciar. Llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 para hacer su cita. Revisamos su reporte de crédito sin costo y le recomendamos los pasos a seguir para reparar o comenzar su crédito. Y recuerde, si quiere hacer su cita, llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856. Posibilidades en préstamos y refinanciamiento. ¿Está usted pensando en comprar su casa pero no sabe por dónde comenzar? ¿Es primer comprador? ¿Perdió su casa en foreclosure? ¿La vendió en short sale? ¿Hizo bancarrota? Llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 y sin costo alguno permita que le explique por cuánto califica, cuál sería el programa de financiamiento, cuál su tasa de interés y adicionalmente cuánto dinero necesitaría para cubrir el costo de cada uno de los pasos y gastos involucrados en la compra de su casa. Aproveche las excelentes tasas de interés si quiere refinanciar. Llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856 para hacer su cita. Revisamos su reporte de crédito sin costo y le recomendamos los pasos a seguir para reparar o comenzar su crédito. Y recuerde, si quiere hacer su cita, llame a José Manuel Arango al 617-416-7856.